ever since my phone had to hook up to the hospital Wi-Fi. It's been totally retarded. I'm practicing this tonight, my fingertip touch, and when the pass is finally clear so my brother can get over the hill. My brother lives 40 miles east of Natchez Pass. He's hoping for 12 to clear up enough to make it here. I didn't know that Highway 12 goes from Detroit, Michigan to Aberdeen, Washington. I was born outside of Detroit in a little city called Pontiac. That's okay. I was conceived in a 57 Pontiac, so works out. Mom says when she went up the elevator to the delivery room, the clock said 12 o'clock as the elevator door shut, and I was born at 1:18. August 21st. My due date was November 21st. Whoops. I was a little early. I think Mom told me that story for like over 60 years on my birthday. How she was busheling cucumbers in her parents' garden because they were on a fishing trip up to Canada. And her water broke. And I was born 3 months premature. Maybe that's why I hate hospitals. But I'm going to be going home. I will walk out of here on my own power. To answer your question there, young kitty, I'm pretty well fucked off, sweetheart. I'm able to move this some. And the reason the fingernails are so nasty is I don't have control of my right hand enough to take my knife to them. There's word of getting me upstairs in the next couple of days to a room upstairs where I have access to a shower. I would really like to wash my body and my hair and scrub the old beard out. I'd like to have a trimmer to trim up the mustache some. It's not like I've got control enough to use scissors. I'm scared of cutting my lips off. Because maybe about 6.5% back. I'm not up. I mean, okay, so I was able to walk with a walker today. They say that's an improvement. I'm good with that. Every once in a while, they'll bring me a cup of coffee, so I'm not fiending for coffee. I can evidently do without cigarettes, so no problem there. The smoking part, I mean, I do miss my tobacco, but it was the nicotine that caused this, from what I've been reading and watching online. Uh, oh yeah, I'd kill for a cigarette to go with a cup of black coffee right now, but I'm good with just settling with a coffee. And every once in a while, they'll bring me a cup of coffee. I think if I'm a good boy, they reward me with a cup of coffee. And it's hard not to be obstinate and ornery when all I can do is lay here and shit an adult diaper and I have no control over my body. I can't control bowel movements or I can't control my bladder. I get cold and it's like 47 degrees outside and I'm laying here in a diaper, a hospital gown, with a thin blanket over me, and they wonder how come I'm getting cold. I get cold. All of a sudden, the bladder says, okay, time to let loose. Oh, damn it. And I just knocked the urinal off the table again. Oh, well. I'll have to find my cane to snag onto it and get it closer, because I don't trust myself getting up to go retrieve it. But now I know where the light switch is. I think I'll be able to get up and turn the light switch out at night so I can sleep. Most of this I can do at home. I could do this lying on my couch. Uh, I got a new generator on the way with an electric start door. All I have to do is push a button and the generator starts up. So once I got the electric, I'll have electricity. That means I'll have heat, light, and television. Battery charger will charge up my 12 volt, so I'll have water pump, so I can pump water from my water tank up into the sink. 12 volt is what makes the furnace run. It's a dual fuel generator that takes propane. It has a 4-gallon gas tank. So I'm pretty sure I can make it run at least 6 hours on a tank of gas. I don't know how long I'll be able to make it run on propane, but if I can get the generator running, get the batteries charged up to where I click the thermostat and the furnace fires up again, I'll have heat, light, entertainment, be able to charge the phone, and that's the important part. And water pump. I've got to fill my propane tank so I have the water heater working, but I got to have the water pump working, running water through the system before I fire off the water heater because I don't want to burn that out. The electric side of it isn't working, but the propane side works. And then once I got hot water, with the water pump, the toilet will work properly instead of having to dump water down it to flush it. The flush mechanisms will work. It's just things are coming together. It's just I got to get this new generator. I got to spend about $100 on filling propane tanks. I've got the money. It's just my brother has my bank card, my credit card, my driver's license, my wallet, and I can't do anything without those pieces. He's got power of attorney over me, uh, durable power of attorney. I'm not going to see my brother till the 4th. And I think today's the 1st. So that will be Friday. I don't know what today is. Somehow I have lost track of time and space, and I know I'm on Earth. Not too sure where sometimes. But then again, this could be one of the rings of hell. I know I sure as hell wouldn't treat 6 people like I get treated, but that's just me. But things are getting better. I'm no longer seeing Jeanette over there in the chair. I'm no longer seeing Jeanette over in the chair, busy reprimanding me and lecturing me to be good and quit being ornery. And I don't see the dog with her either. I mean, she's been holding Ruby to keep Ruby from jumping up on me because baby girl wants to jump up with Daddy so bad. I shouldn't be seeing the deceased ex and our deceased dog. But like I said, I had it explained to me that after all the years we were together and all the times I was laid up in a bed like this, her having a cot moved in to sleep next to me, or I would wake up and she'd be there in the chair waiting for me to wake up from my surgery. where else is her spirit gonna be? Because in her own twisted little way, that evil old woman loved the hell out of me. Because no matter what, in the 30 years we were together off and on, she always came home. I might not see her for a year, but she'd come home. Might not see her, well, for 18 months, she'd come home. Me and the dog would be sitting there, and then all of a sudden we would hear her truck coming up my hill. Just out of nowhere, no warning, just she'd get tired of whatever guy she'd met online and hooked up with and would come and get me, or come up with a truck loaded with her stuff, and I would go from being happy single, not looking, and all of a sudden Jenny's back. So it was an interesting 30 years off and on. I never cheated on her, never left her. I was always faithful because I'm stupid that way. You know, once I make a promise forever, I kind of stick around. I used to refer to her as a boomerang bitch. No matter how far she went, she always came back. Probably not good to speak ill of the dead. Well, who's speaking ill? I'm telling the truth. We had property and vehicles and recreational vehicles together. Had a couple of fifth wheel trailers down on the property down in Long Beach. Maybe this is her coming back again. I hope not. And then, in other strange things, I have been waking up to Rhonda texting me. She's leaving Mark, whoever the hell, yeah, the guy she took off with a year ago to go do her methamphetamines. Evidently, he's an abusive individual and has ruined her car, and she's packing and leaving and can't get a ride out of where she's at. And she wants to know if I'm home yet. A year ago, she got a hold of me because she was freezing to death living in her car that her friends screwed up by working on for her. I fixed it, got it running, and she was around for a couple months, filled the cupboards full of food in the refrigerator and a food she wanted me to cook her, and then took off on a Wednesday and never seen her again, except on a Friday when I needed to jump when I was stuck at the gas station and she showed up with this guy that I didn't like, that evidently I was rude to. And I don't think I was that rude. I didn't ask him how my dick tasted when he kissed her. I didn't ventilate him like I would have 20, 30 years ago, because I used to have a real bad, mean, jealous streak. You know, I think you're screwing around with what I consider my girlfriend. There's a good chance that you're going to end up with an extra orifice in your body. Uh, but I've been being good. I haven't shot or stuck anybody over something like that in years. And he don't like me because I was rude. Oh, dude. Don't feel like the fucking Lone Ranger. I'm rude, crude, and socially unacceptable anyways. You know, what is I supposed to do? Hey, nice to meet you. Are you the one that's banging the old woman down? Well, yeah. And be nice and polite and buy him a fucking cup of coffee? I don't think so. I'm thinking baseball bat to the kneecaps. He's the type of guy I'd park the truck on just for general purpose. You know, one of the people that I would look at and say, and just when in the fuck did I give you permission to talk to me? Uh, oh, yeah. Well, my Robin Hood movie's over with. It had Claude Rains and Basil Rathbone and Earl Flynn and Al Hale Sr. and a bunch of old time. Oh, yeah. And it was filmed in this newfangled Technicolor stuff. I enjoy my old movies. Oh, The African Queen's coming up next. Now, that was a good classic movie, Humphrey Bogart. Okay, well, I'm done with this.